Hey nerds, welcome back once again to the ANZ Pro League Season 2. I'm Zepph, and now I am joined by the one, the only, the handsome Moonglade, the man you've all been waiting for.
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry that I'm late. I apparently, after I stopped playing StarCraft, I forgot time zones as well, so it's
yeah, I thought you might.
I'm glad I only missed it one game, but man, what a game I missed. What a way to start things off, and a nice little kind of like snipe build. From Vodge to start it off, man. Like, I know Hut's a very strong Terran player, and to see that go down the way it did must be extremely frustrating for him and his team. So, well, looks like it's up to Seither to kind of bring it back.
Yeah, very, very well prepared there by Vodge. Bit of an upset, and Crimson taking out Pez in the first map on Black-Pink puts us at a 1-1 at the moment. So Catalyst, a bit of an important map all of a sudden, because you want to be the team that's up 2-1 and very close to sealing the deal for your first match of the season. So Luneth versus Seither are ready to rock and roll in Catalyst. We'll get the countdown started momentarily, but that is going to be the next match. Now, this is going to be pretty hype. Do you have any thoughts about who might pull the win on this one, Moonglade?
Well, I'm always a fan of Seither. He's an amazing player, and he's done great in the scene, so I'm going to be backing him as well. But I don't know. It's hard to say in these kind of matchups, because it is a best of one, and, you know, anything can happen. These snipe builds happen, as we just saw. And, yeah, it's just going to be so interesting. But as you said, it is crucial someone picks up the win here and starts building momentum for them for that final game to push them over the line and get that those 3 wins.
Yeah, it's going to be pretty sick. Luneth is a guy that I was very impressed with in the last season. He had some very cheeky builds, played the maps and the plays really well. And he's actually turning out to be a really solid player. So I'm looking forward to what he has to show us in Season 2. Seither, I feel at this point kind of needs no introduction because this guy is so good. He's, you know, represented us overseas. He's a WCS winner.
Yeah, he has that international experience. So when it comes to a tournament like this, he should have no problem, no nerves, and just be able to style it up.
That's exactly it. So guys, Seither has joined us on the observer cam now because he's such a kind gentleman. So without further ado, in the bottom right, in the purple from Downfall, it's Luneth.
And in the top left, we have the Terran player for SYF. It is Seither.
Indeed it is, and he is dropping a gas right off the bat. I kind of feel like I'm watching Luneth here because he pulled out some crazy stuff last season, and I'm like, I feel like he's the kind of dude that's going to make you react to him, not the other way around. And I think TVP is still in a bit of a sticky spot. A lot of Terrans still aren't exactly stoked to be playing it, but it is improving.
Yeah. It's definitely is going to be interesting. I'm wondering if Luneth is, as you said, going to like set the pace for this, going to start something off maybe a little cheeky, little cheesy. He is up against Seither after all, and the odds may be stacked against him.
Yeah, exactly. Seither is another one of those players where I'm like, hell no, I'm not playing a macro game against this guy. It's just,
I for sure would not be right now. I'd be looking for the old Ling Bane with +1 bust like last game. That sounds perfect.
Yep. If only he had Ling Bane. But he has better things. I mean, I've seen this guy do everything from Cannon Rush to play a bit of a longer game. So I think he certainly has a lot of builds to choose from. For the moment, though, it's looking pretty chill. He's gone for a gateway. He's got a Nexus building. Cybercore tucked away up there on the high ground as well. So I'm just interested to see what tech he's going to end up dropping. I'm
liking where this probe is right now, and if the Reaper doesn't find it on its way up, looks like they're just going to be passing each other in the night. Got to get a good scout off at the very least, and it'd be a nice easy one with nothing at home to defend against the probe, or at least deflect it. And it looks like the Reaper is just searching for the searching for any sort of proxy.
Yeah, it's having a bit of a look around. It's definitely worth keeping tabs on that probe as well as the Terran player, especially when the guy you're playing is known to be a little bit cheeky from time to time. We have the Twilight Council following up here for Luneth, so we'll see what he rolls in with that. He could go for Blink. He can go for DTs as well. I feel like Downfall did a lot of DTs in the last season.
Yeah.
Yeah, it might be an option.
Well, starting off with a couple of Hellions as well. Going to give him good map control. Going to be able to set the pace, maybe even do some run-bys if he finds the spacing to do so. And we are seeing that robotics. So perhaps a bit of a passive start for Luneth if he's going into maybe observers and just trying to solidify that fast expansion and playing it from there, just more reactive.
And there we have it, folks. DT Shrine on the way.
Never mind.
As well. Yeah, we like our cheeky plays, but guess what? Seither slides right on into that Protossian base and drifts right past that DT Shrine, so he knows that that's a possibility.
Oh man, this could be a lot of damage. The probes are kind of lining up too. He's not really pulling them back after getting hit. Already seen quite a number go down and more to count.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, he actually got a fair bit of work done there. 7 worker kills. Definitely much more than I expected. He could get another couple.
I think he might be getting more. He's been a little too distracted here. A lot of probes are taking damage. And this is definitely paid for itself. And I'm a little surprised that it actually got that far, considering Luneth kind of had everything in place to stop it. Not to mention that got scouted as well. The Dark Shrine has been noted.
That's a bit rough. Now that Warp Prism's gonna come out and back at home, Seither does have a missile turret building, but even better than that, he has a Raven on the way, and that is almost finished. So he's gonna be very well prepared for this. And Luneth, he knows that he's kind of being sprung here, so he's like, all right, 3rd Nexus, let's see what else we can do here, because I can put a bit of pressure on, but I can't really expect to catch him with his pants down at this point. I'm gonna have to think up something a little better.
Yeah, he is completely hard countered at this point. He's even trying to run in with him. He might even lose one. Ooh, managed to get it out. But he's got the map control. He's going to keep Terran in its base on 2 base. Let's see if he can take full advantage of that, because that's pretty much all he's got right now. Gonna try drop it as well, but Raven is there.
Yeah, it makes things a little bit difficult. Otherwise, that would have been a cute little move. He probably would have got himself siege tank disable on it. And yeah, he just has to go home with his little Warp Prism tail between his legs, because not too much there for him at the moment.
We are seeing that 3rd base go up, and it looks like he's going to be transitioning into Zealot Immortal, getting the Zealot legs on the way, and just playing it from there. Just trying to make up for that gamble with the tech. Kind of a long way to go from there as well, especially when it's been so hard counted. You've got to find damage with the DT drop.
Yeah, you certainly do. And, well, he's going back to the good old macro behind this. He's got charge on the way, a couple more gateways, Immortals filling out that gateway comp as well, when hopefully he'll be able to get himself a nice little force, put on some pressure to the Terran, because Seither has been sort of forced to sit back as well, knowing that he's going to be harassed in this way by Luneth. And he's got a lot of production. He's got 2 more racks about to finish up. Just +1 is on the way with the combat shields. And once that time's out and he starts to get a few more medevacs on the field, we can definitely see him start to be a bit more aggressive, especially when you have a couple of siege tanks in tow.
Look at those moves. I've never seen anything like that before. That's some new meta. I'm pretty surprised with that. I had never been able to do something like that, so players have gone a long way since I've played.
Back in your day.
Back in my day, I feel like the grandfather right now. But I gotta say, just looking at the supplies, this is kind of telling a bit of the story as well as to, going for sort of a risky tech versus just a very safe macro opening. He's up nearly 30 supply, and he's just building this force, and this war machine has just been pumping away on 2 bases. He's just waiting for the stim to finish, waiting for a few more units, and I think he'll just march across the map and really test Luneth's defense.
Oh yeah, he's going to pack a huge punch when he pops out of that base. Even a Liberator coming into the mix at this point. So Seither is going to be pretty scary to deal with. I like what Luneth has done, though. He's kept tabs on the army. He saw him load up those initial medevacs. He's had another warp in on the right here, but those mines shred the front lines of Luneth's army, and a warp in on the front lines gets cancelled immediately. And while Seither does lose a lot, he's cleaning up the Protoss fairly well here.
Yeah, he did lose a lot, but he managed to really get rid of that War Prism, which I think was a crucial part of that. Because if all those Zealots got in, it would have been a completely different story. A little too ambitious, perhaps, just parking it directly in front of the Stimmed Marines. It really would have been an oversight for Seither to not kill that. And we do see another War Prism set up shop, but looks like another free kill.
Yeah, does get that down. And Seither's actually started a third CC behind this. I don't think he envisioned losing the majority of his army up the front there. He's still going to march across the map and see if he can get some counter damage done. Maybe target down the Nexus, maybe get some probes. Because rightfully so, I mean, Luneth only has a few Zealots out here at the moment. He doesn't have a lot of beef to this army.
Yeah, it's pretty much a Zealot and a couple of sentries at this point. It's going to be difficult against like the Widow Mines as well as that Liberator. I think this third base is just sacked, and he's just scrambling to get enough units and more Immortals out. Pretty much anything he can to stop this kind of army.
Yeah, he's tried to play that economic game a little bit more and hope that Seither can be kept at bay, but he stims forward here. Liberator in here as well, and he just really doesn't have much to deal with that. He has to use the sentries to kill it, and they're the only thing that's left here. And Immortal comes in, another warp in. But, the stimmed army from Seither is too much. There's the GG coming down from Luneth.
Very solid, very well played from Seither, as expected. And, he just played to his strengths. Seither's just been a great macro Terran. He just knew the dangers, especially in this format. And with a player he thinks, he has the one-up on, you just got to be careful of those sneaky cheeses, and you can solidify that win.
That's it. Luneth staying true to his style from Season 1, trying to be a little bit cheeky. And it's a good gamble to take, but unfortunately not able to make it happen in this match. And that puts SYF up 2-1 over Downfall at this point. So that means we will be moving on into the next map, which is going to be Eastwatch between Rise and Chase. And I think these guys are probably pretty evenly matched.
Ooh, yeah. I actually like that matchup a lot. I know both players, and they're both been around for a long time and both have a lot of experience. So yeah, I'm very excited to see what these guys have planned.
Yeah, absolutely. Chase is going to be looking to close it out with the 3-1-4 SYF and position them really well in the first week of competition here. These guys are playing for $3,500 AUD here in the prize pool, which is pretty neat for 5 weeks worth of round robins and a final week.
It's not bad at all.
So they're going to be looking to kick off strong as they did in the last season, but Downfall cannot be taken lightly. Rise, another fantastic play, has been around for a while. No doubt he's prepared for this as well. So let's go to a quick break, guys, and then when we come back, we'll have the fourth map between SYF and Downfall. Don't go away.